Let's begin with our session. This is our first session. We are in semester 4, and you haven't seen this subject anywhere in your engineering. So, this is the first time that you are seeing this professional ethics session. This is introduction session. So, I will tell you. Yeah, so many people are replying. Thank you guys for replying here. Saban, Harshal, Priyansh, Neet, they all replied. Thank you for replying here. Yeah, many of the people are joining here, so we'll also add them in between. Yeah, great. Now, let me tell you what we are going to do today. So, this is the first session of our professional ethics, and I will tell you some basic idea regarding our subject. We are going to learn so many aspects, and I will take you to one by one all the aspect. This is just introduction, so we are actually not going to start with any of the new topic. I will just guide you regarding what is this subject about, how we are going to learn, what are the parameters and all. So this is what we are planning for today's session. Now let me show you another screen. This is the introduction screen for all of you. I'll show you what we are going to learn in today's session one by one through the points. So first, we'll see the objective of our course. Uh, what you are going to learn from this subject that we are going to discuss here with the help of objectives. We are aware that somewhere you heard ethics in your life, but sometime whether we are using it properly or not, how in the corporate environment that can be different, that we'll discuss here, and what is the usefulness of studying this subject that we are going to discuss here under first point, that is objective of the course. Then I will take you to the second aspect, that is course credit. We'll discuss how many credits that you can get after completing this subject. The third one is course outcomes. After studying this professional ethics subject, what kind of changes you may get, what kind of result, what kind of benefits that you are going to have at the end of the session. So, this we are going to discuss under course outcomes. There are various course outcomes, and I will explain one by one all to you. Fourth one is teaching and examination scheme. You just got your timetable, how many times we are meeting. I'll discuss about that. What is the examination scheme? How the examination will happen in our subject? This we are going to discuss. What are the total marks? What are the bifurcation of those marks? That I'll tell you in this fourth point, teaching and examination scheme. The fifth one is glimpse. Here under glimpse, I will take you to some of the main topics. We are going to have so many modules. I will list down all the topics name. We'll also give you guidance regarding all the topics, that under this topic what are the useful thing that we are learning. So this we will see here in the fifth point. The sixth one is teaching method. So how uh, whole session, whole subject will be, how we are going to learn this, we will discuss here under teaching method. We'll use some different methods throughout subject, and with the help of some different teaching method, you will see that somewhere your involvement will be required. You are also going to participate, you are also going to touch upon some of the things, and there you can also present your idea. So here in our subject, it is not going to be like I am the one who will speak throughout the subject. Your participation will also be required. So this is how we are going to learn. And let's start with the first point because we need to cover all the 6 points one by one. So let's start with the point number one. We'll discuss here about objectives. So the objective is clearly there on your screen. You can also read. Let me read first for you. It says that this course will enable the budding engineers and managers to effectively resolve the ethical issues they will face in their professional life. We are aware that ethics is related to everyone. Ethics is something that is guiding you whether to choose right path or whether to choose wrong path. Sometimes people are selecting wrong path, and by selecting that they are also not only harming them, but they are also harming their other people as well, the people with whom they are sharing their life. So this is and somewhere we have seen the most of the example. If somebody is behaving unethical, then how it will affect you as well as that person. In If we just discuss regarding our personal life, we are aware that many times we are getting chance of selecting wrong way, some wrong path too. And somewhere many of the people even notice that when they were selecting wrong path, they were even getting benefit, right? So by just getting those benefit in a shorter period of time by choosing wrong way, it definitely looks very attractive. But when we discuss regarding the whole life, somewhere you will notice, yes, guys, don't write down your enrollment number right now because I'll give you Google form link at the end of our session so that you can mark your attendance there. So Pradeep, Dharmesh, you wrote down your enrollment number here in the chat box will not be counted as the attendance. So stay here. I'll give you the link at the end of our session. This is for everyone. We'll take the attendance in last 10 or 5 minutes. I'll drop the Google form link and will not take attendance here in the chat box. So I hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, so we were discussing regarding the objective. I give you one example that if you are selecting some wrong path, and by selecting that wrong path, if you are getting benefit, then naturally you may think that this is easy way. If I'm even not following some rules regulation, if I'm breaking those rules and regulation, and if I'm feeling happy, if I'm getting some kind of benefit, then why not to do it? But we are aware that if everybody is going to choose unethical way, unethical path, then the whole chaos may happen in this society. Somewhere you may feel that this country, this city is not appropriate for living. Many times many of the people are even making this kind of comment when they are seeing that lots of crimes are happening. Crime is one form of unethical act. People are murdering someone, people are doing kidnapping, raping someone. So this all are the unethical activities that we are aware. On the other way, we are aware that if you are going to choose ethical way, you are aware that killing is not a appropriate thing, having a fight is not appropriate thing, giving help to somebody else is the proper way. So this all thing that we consider as ethical way. So one way or other way, we are following ethics in our life. Sometimes we are very selective in following ethics that we are aware. We are many times being buyers. Sometimes we are just helping only to the known person. Some unknown person, if they are asking for the help, then sometimes we are rejecting because of XYZ reason. But that also doesn't mean that you are behaving unethical. Somewhere ethics is related in everybody's life, in your life, in my life, everywhere. So in our personal life, ethics do matter. But if we discuss regarding professional life, where you are working in some company, in that company we are aware that they are having their rules and regulation, they are having their policies as well. If you are just following their rules and regulation, and if you are behaving according to their rules and regulation and policy, then it is ethical way. Sometimes if some rules are not written, like some rules are just you need to follow, this is just expectation from the management side that you need to follow the ethics, the ethical way, the right way. There there is a high chance that some may miss that area. And if they are choosing unethical way, like we have witnessed so many frauds. We have seen that if the top person, we are aware regarding Kingfisher and so many other companies, will discuss their case studies as well. If they are not following ethics, the top management person, and if they are choosing unethical way, like they are finding out shortcut in raising money, some wrong way to finding out loophole and then getting more money. So this may affect the whole organization somewhere. If the top management people are behaving ethically, but the people who are in the organization, they are in the middle level or in the lower level, if they choose to have unethical way, then also it will definitely affect the whole company. It will definitely affect their department, their team as well. If they just want to enjoy their life by selecting unethical way, they are finding out some shortcut way to earn more money or just to avoid some work. So it will also create a big problem for the uh, complete function of the organization. So that's why this is the main objective of our course. We are going to discuss about so many things. We are going to see even real life case studies, some of the case studies which are related to some organization, some company, those followed ethical way, some unethical way as well. If they are following uh, ethical way, then what is the result they got, that we'll see in the case studies. If they followed some unethical way, then what kind of result the company faced later on, that also we'll see. So this is our main objective, and that's why it is very much important to learn professional ethics, because after a few years you guys are going to join corporate world. After you join a corporate world, you may see so many dilemma as well, whether to behave ethically or not. So we'll see all those aspects here with our subject. And as an engineer, we are aware that your responsibility is the bigger one, because whatever you are making, the product or services or anything, this is the main work of engineers, right? They are making some product, like we are aware right now, if you are using your mobile laptop, this is made by some engineer who had some dream, who even did hard work and found out the new technology, so that we can interact easily, we can find that device very useful in our personal life too. So those products are directly related to the whole society. Engineers are everywhere. If we just talk about civil engineering, we are aware that you will in future make some big buildings, bridges, some uh, tunnels as well. So all those are for the people. If engineers are choosing unethical way, then they will definitely hurt, or they may create very big harmful effect for the whole society as well. We have seen so many cases in past about some bridge collapse, some tunnel problem, some building collapsing. So this kind of incidents we have seen in our life, that if some people followed unethical way, they thought to use inferior raw material just to avoid some big cost, and they just want to earn for themselves, then that also created a negative impact in the whole society. Many of the people even died. So this is also very much important to understand that ethics is important for everyone. If somebody, even if the one person is just thought that let's have unethical way, so it will create very big impact. So that's why our subject is very much important to study. If we discuss regarding the course credit, then we are having one course credit, though it is one course credit, but it is very much important because in order to pass the subject, you need to go through the whole uh, session and you need to pass through the procedure as well. And at the end of our semester, you will definitely get one credit for passing out this professional ethics subject. So this is that we discuss as a point one. Now let's discuss regarding course outcomes. Yeah, somebody is writing down. Guys, once again, let me tell everyone, Dharmesh, Nipun, MD, Wahed, Smith, don't write down your attendance here. We are not taking attendance. I will give you the Google form at the end of our session. There you can mark the attendance. So your attendance, which you are marking here in the chat box, will not be counted. Okay, I hope it is clear. Once again, those who are just writing down, don't do it. Let me even write down the message. Okay, so I wrote down there in the chat box. Don't put enrollment number here. I will give you Google Form link at the end of our session for your attendance. So uh, have a patience, guys. We'll take the attendance. Don't worry. We are not going anywhere. Right. So let's discuss now regarding the course outcome. As you can see, there are four course outcomes that we'll achieve at the end of our subject. So first is express the basics of human values. Uh, all of us are aware regarding human values, some of the qualities that we are giving more importance in our life. These are the human values which help us to identify what is the correct way, what is the wrong way. If some people are failing themselves in identifying and following particular common human values, then it do create a very problematic thing for the whole society. You are aware that terrorists, for them, the aim is to destroy the society. They are even killing the people as well. So they are failing some basic human values. They are just considering that killing is my aim to make my community proud in one way or other way. The group which they are belong to is the ultimate aim. So that's how they are even choosing the wrong way. They are even doing some terrorist activity. They are killing people. So their people, it is already known to them that killing is not appropriate, but for them, they are considering that yes, this is what I do value. Here we'll get the idea regarding the professional environment as well, that if you are part of corporate world, if you are part of the professional setup, then what kind of human values you need to have. Sometime you may notice that you are part of some team and there uh, so many members are there. So if you are helping someone in one way or the way, that's how team can work effectively. If somebody out of the whole team, if somebody thought to have unethical way, then it can create a whole trouble for the team as well as for the company as well. So this is what we are going to consider as the first course outcome. Second one is articulate human values and grow as a responsible human being in this society. Somewhere we are going to learn from real case studies, some people's life as well, their examples as well. So that will help us to be very strongly select the side of ethics. Many of the times we have seen that some people, by just selecting wrong side, some unethical way, they are enjoying their life, they are not getting any kind of punishment or any kind of negative impact. But there are many of the people, they are aware that what are my duties, what are my responsibilities towards the organization, towards the family, towards the society, towards the community as well. And they are acting very responsibly in their way. We are aware regarding Ratan Tata, we are aware regarding so many industrialists as well. Whenever some problematic situation is happening in the country or in any kind of state or somewhere, so they are the one who are acting very responsibly. They are aware that this is my part to play now. They are even helping the whole society as well. We have seen in the lockdown period that many of the companies were facing financial trouble. Some companies were unable to have more employee, so they even many of the employee were even losing their job. But at the same time, many of the companies even acted very responsibly. They even haven't done any kind of salary cut or any employment cut, and still they are acting very they are growing very well, they are working very fine. So these are the human values that we do require whenever you are going to be part of the corporate world. You may face some adverse situation. In those adverse situation, how you should have to work, where you are giving more priority towards human values, you are also considering some of the responsibility towards the society. So this is how we are going to learn in our subject. The third one, it says that develop ethical conduct and deliver their professional duties. Here, for this outcome, we are going to learn some theory aspect as well. There are philosophers who provided their own different theory. Whether to choose this theory or other, we'll definitely discuss later. I will take some example which we can relate with some of the theories, so you can later on decide whether this theory is applicable in the professional environment or not. Sometime we'll also discuss on some kind of problematic situation, like the fourth outcome is saying that analyze ethical confusion and contradiction to bring harmony at thought, behavior, and action level. So we are aware that sometime in our life, choices must be made between two equally uh, desirable options, or more than two sometime as well. Sometime that is that ethical dilemma problem arise in personal life as well as in the professional life too. In personal life, you are aware that if you are choosing first option, which is the appropriate one, later on you may even find that my choice was wrong. There was another option which was also important, and I could have selected that. So that confusion will definitely be there. We have seen that kind of confusion in our life, in our personal life. We have seen so many situations where you thought that both options are right, both people are even right on their own place, but what to choose, that is the big question. So that kind of confusion do happen in our personal life. But if this kind of confusion is there in the professional environment, in the professional life, then how one can deal with that? So there will be few theories that I'll discuss with you, some ethical theories here. Under those ethical theories, you will definitely find what to choose, what not to choose. Sometimes you may even use mixture of those theories. So this is how we are going to even attend the fourth course outcome. So these are the four course outcome you will definitely see at the end of our subject. Now, the next point is about teaching and examination scheme. You just got the timetable that we are going to meet one time per week. That means our session is only 1 hour per week, and our course credit is also one. So if you are going to miss any of the session, then it will be very troublesome. If we just talk from the point of view of attendance, this is also there, but later on also, uh, as I told you, our session is going to be very interactive. So in between, I will also ask for your opinion. So this is how we are going to learn. So it is the important thing to attend all the session, because our session is just 1 hour per week. If we discuss regarding examination scheme, then in our subject you will find total 100 marks. Out of those 100 marks, 50 marks are for viva. So basically in our subject we are not going to have written exam anywhere. You won't find mid semester for our subject. You won't find even final examination too. So in professional ethics, we are going to have Viva. I will just give you some idea regarding how we are going to conduct Viva. Right now, the situation is very problematic. So we are not aware of what will happen at the end of our semester or in between as well. Right now we are meeting in an online platform, but if there is possibility of having interaction in an offline mode, then we are going to conduct face to face viva. If it is not possible, then we are going to have online face to face viva. There you need to require a camera as well, because I will capture the video, will ask few questions. You may find some external examiner as well along with me. So he or she may ask you some question related to what we studied here in our subject. So that will happen at the end of the semester. Whenever we are completing the whole syllabus, you will see the viva. And I am sure that somewhere you have faced viva in some subject, so you are having some idea regarding viva. But if it is not happen with you, then I'll also guide you regarding the viva later on. Whenever there is a time for viva, I will guide you. If we discuss regarding the other 50 marks, then other 50 marks is of for term work. I will uh, give you term work in the middle of our semester. I will guide you regarding what to do. You may given some group task in between, some individual task as well. So uh, what are what kind of things are planned there in the term work, I will later on discuss, and will keep one whole session regarding term work. I will guide you regarding what you are expected to do in order to get 50 marks here, what kind of things you need to prepare from your end, how you can get total 50 marks. I will give you guidance regarding term work there. So that could be individual, and some could be group task as well. Earlier, this is actually new subject for you, but I'm taking this subject from last many years. We started the professional ethics subject in Marwadi University in MU from 2018. So if you are asking your seniors regarding this subject, they will also tell you what we did there in the term work. We took group presentation, and it was classroom activity. So one by one, when the group list was finalized, I gave the chance to the whole group to prepare. But later on we even changed because of the pandemic, and as we are meeting in the online mode, because we were doing this group presentation activity in an offline mode when we were meeting students in a face to face manner. So I will definitely guide you whatever uh, things will be there in the term work later on. So this is to give you idea that in order to pass this subject out of 100, both the criterias are must, viva and term work. And you are aware that if you want to pass this subject, if you are just missing any of the one component, that will not be allowed. You have to complete both the component. That's why you will get the passing result later on. Now, if we discuss regarding the glimpse, as I told you that I will tell you regarding what kind of topics, what kind of modules we are going to have. So this is the list, as you can see here on your screen. We'll first start with the first module. Here, the first module is going to discuss regarding overview and basic concepts. We are going to start the first module from next session onwards. Here, in that first module, we'll discuss regarding some basic terminology. We'll get the idea what is the meaning of ethics, what is the meaning of morality, spirituality, values, then how it is related, whether it is applicable, who are the stakeholders, what are the governing ethics. So this is what we are going to learn in our first module. The first module is not so big. We will be able to finish that in a only one session. So we'll complete that later on. If I'll give you some idea regarding module 2. Our module 2 is going to focus on profession and professionalism, in which first we'll get the basic understanding regarding all this term. Sometime some terms are very close in nature, so we'll differentiate with the help of definition too. We'll discuss regarding what is the meaning of profession, what is the meaning of professionalism, what is the meaning of professional, why professionalism is important for workplace, that we'll also see. Some kind of video, some kind of examples will be there. Some kind of case studies will be discussed under this module, so that we can get the idea that why professionalism is very much important for everyone. If you are working in any of the company, then why it is important. The third one is ethical theories. The third module is very bigger one. Under ethical theories, we are going to discuss regarding some basic ethical principles. There are total 6 basic ethical principles that we'll see. Later on, we'll discuss a moral development theory. Somewhere we are learning from our childhood about what is right, what is wrong. So our moral development is happening from the childhood, and based on some research, many of the people even proven their theory. So here we'll discuss regarding 3 moral development theory provided by 3 different people as well. Then we'll discuss 10 ethical theories. Under 10 ethical theories, we'll discuss regarding deontology, utilitarianism, ethical egoism, virtue theory, consequentialism. This all theories, there are total 10 ethical theories, and all are having their own different meaning. You may even find some controversy between two theories, because one theory is going to suggest that this is the correct path, this path is going to lead you to the ethical way. But on the other hand, some other ethical theory may even contradict with the one which you just studied. So we are going to learn about all the aspects. Later on, you will definitely decide which one is applicable for you. So this is the big discussion which we are going to see, which we are going to observe under module number 3. Now, if we discuss regarding module number 4, under module number 4, the main aspect is responsibilities and rights of professional. We are somewhere aware regarding basic responsibilities, basic rights that we all human beings are having. But if you are part of some corporate world, if you are part of some professional environment, then what kind of expectation is there from you as an employee? What you should have to consider as your responsibilities. So we'll see the list in detail. We are going to learn some of the aspect as well. We'll also learn some of your basic rights as an employee. If those rights are violated, then what kind of steps you can take, that we'll also discuss here under module number 4. We'll see some cases, some kind of government guidelines as well here under module number 4. Later on, the fifth one, module number 5, is focusing on ethics in engineering profession. Here we'll see some of the aspect. We'll also take your responses whether ethics is important in the engineering profession or not, in what all cases you should have to give priority to the ethics. This we are going to learn under module number 5. You may see some kind of case studies as well, some kind of real incident as well, that I'll share with you in the fifth module. The sixth module is also bigger one, which I recently uh, found two parts. So we'll divide module number 6 into two parts. In one part, we'll discuss regarding ethical codes. There are codes specified by some agencies which are applicable for all the engineers. So we'll discuss regarding ethical codes here. Then under global issue, we'll see the major aspect here. With the help of some case studies, some international case studies, we are going to learn about ethical issues. So global issue is also going to have 3 sessions, and there in each session you will see different aspect is discussed. So this is the complete idea regarding what kind of modules we are going to have, what kind of things you are going to learn, and how we are going to learn. So I gave you idea regarding all of this. Now let's go for the last aspect. If we discuss here regarding teaching method now, so demonstration will be there with the case study, with the stories. Sometime I will also share some hypothetical case study, hypothetical situation. You may ask to have some kind of role to play there. I will specify some situation. Though role play we were doing in a different manner, under normal circumstances, we had a role play in a classroom where you are doing some kind of drama, some kind of skit on stage, and there we are getting the idea. So though that kind of role play we did there, but looking at the current circumstances, it is not possible. If it is possible later on, we never know what kind of situation will be there in next 1 month or 2 months. If it is going to be normalized, then we'll see role play in our some of the topics. But right now, if it is not possible in any of the topics, so I'll give you some situation. You have to think from that person's perspective. I will give you some character. From that character's perspective, you have to give the answer. I'll provide the whole situation, whole kind of whole things which are related with that person. So this we are going to learn. Video learning will be there. I will show you some interesting video. With the help of those video, we are going to discuss about theories, some kind of different aspect like professional behavior or something. So this is what we are going to learn. Our another method is video learning. We are going to see few important videos. I will also share those videos link later on so that you can check. Quiz, you may find some quiz at the end of few modules. So we'll take the quiz in Google form or in some other form as well. So so that we can get the idea whether we are on the same track, whether we are missing some aspect or not. So quiz is also going to be one of our teaching method. Then brainstorming will be there. As I told you, in our subject, my participation will be there. I will speak throughout the session, but in between, we'll also have some kind of activity, some kind of things in which you are asked to present your opinion. So there you may need to do brainstorming. You may need to even present your point. You can even provide your strong argument there. So brainstorming will be one of the teaching method that you will see in our upcoming sessions. Last but most important is case studies. As I told you, case studies are the better way to learn about the situation which you haven't faced yet, but you are going to face in a recent time. uh, Many of the students are aware regarding corporate world because they did some work, or their father is having business, or some way their family members are having uh, business, or they are doing some kind of job. So if they are sharing their experience, that is also one kind of learning that you are having it. But if you are not getting any kind of idea, then case study is also one of the great method to learn. Through case studies, we can see all the aspect, we can see all the dimension as well. So those dimensions will help us to identify what could be avoided, what could be done. If some of the case studies are related to unethical way, so that is going to guide us regarding how you can avoid some kind of unethical things, unethical choices, because it will definitely later on uh, will give you some negative impact. So that's why it is going to learn, it is very much important to learn through that. Other part, through some good case studies, like if some companies, some people followed some ethical way, then what kind of result they got. So this is also one kind of learning that we can uh, take from the help of case studies. It will also guide us if you are going to face similar kind of problem in your professional environment, in your professional life, then what kind of steps will help you. If somebody already did that, those kind of experience will be discussed under case studies, and that will help you to choose the right path. And that's why case studies will be there in our discussion. Yeah. So my talking time is over, but you can definitely ask me few questions if you are having any doubt, query regarding our subject, because this is just introduction session. So you can take the help of chat box. You can write down there in the chat box, and you can ask me the question. So guys, you can take the help of chat box and do ask me few questions if you are having any. If you want me to repeat any of the part, you can also do the same. You can ask me, I'll repeat that part once again for you. If you miss any of the part, like if you want to once again ask me what are the course credit, how are the marks distribution happens in our subject, so do ask me with that. If you want to ask me what is the objective course credit, course outcome, so you are most welcome to ask. And if you are not having any, then also you can reply with no, so that I can get the idea that you are clear with this and you are not having any doubt. Yeah, Gaurav is replying with no. Great. Dipesh is also saying no. Yeah, great. Yeah. The Shah is also saying no, sir. Clear. Great. Amit is saying no. Deep also replied. Yeah. Birendra also replied no doubt, sir. Great. Wahid also replied with no. Drashti. Yeah, great. Jamal also replied. Vinay is also saying all clear, sir. Great. Good to see this. Aryan also said no. Good. Now, let me tell you some of the important things in our subject, in our particular session. Get used to some Google form, because at the end of session, as I even wrote down there in the chat box, that we are going to take attendance in a Google form. So I'm hoping that all of you are very much familiar with the Google form. I will drop the Google form link in your chat box. Later on, you can click on that link. You can go for that Google form. It will ask just two questions. It will ask your name and it will ask about your enrollment number. So you can submit the attendance with the help of Google form only. This is the one thing that I want everyone to get clear with. In our subject, if you are writing down your enrollment number in the chat box and you are just leaving the meeting, it will not be counted. So your full attention will be required. I will drop the Google form link anytime, and you can mark the attendance. Later on, I will also give you some time. I will tell you the link will be activated for few minutes. For how much minutes? Generally, I'll give you 5 minutes, and when in that 5 minutes, you should have to mark your attendance. If you are unable to do it, then also it will not be counted later on. So this thing you should have to consider in your mind. Second thing, at the end of our session, I'll also share some resource material with you in your login portal. You will definitely find out. Yeah. So I was facing some internet issue, and I hope now we are back and we are not going to face anything. So as I told you, we are going to take attendance in Google form. So let me now drop the Google form link for all of you. Yes. So guys, the Google form link is now there in your chat box. You can go on this link and you can mark your attendance. If you are facing any kind of trouble related to this Google form, then please do ask me. So have a nice day, guys. Once you complete the attendance part, you are free to leave. But I'm still here in case if anyone is facing any kind of trouble. So we'll meet in our next session. Till that time, have a great week. Yeah, Darsha. Uh, okay, just a minute. If somebody just forgot the password or something, it will not ask you about your uh, email or somewhere. It will not ask you about your email ID, and it is also not required to just log in from the Marwadi's email ID. Okay, so Darsha, if you are just using your personal email ID, that is also fine, because here we are not collecting email IDs. We are just taking name and enrollment number as a part of your attendance. Yeah, Prashant, you are asking that I'm unable to reach the link. It is not working. It is actually working. If you are using some other browser, then it will definitely work. Let me once again paste the link for you. Yeah, the link is there. Prashant, you can go on this link. Yeah, Tilak, then sign in from the normal Gmail ID. You can sign in with your personal Gmail ID. That is also fine because I removed the restriction. Yeah, let me send the link once again for everyone. Though I already got 30 people's responses. So those who are failing, those who are facing some kind of issue can go on this link which I just pasted. Let me give you some other link if it is. So guys, once again, the another link is also given. If you are facing the problem regarding the first link, you can go on this second link. Once you complete the attendance, you can definitely leave this meeting so that I can discuss with only remaining students. I already got 36 people's responses. They already marked their attendance. Great, Pandya is saying first is working. You can go on any of this link and you can complete the attendance. Once you complete the attendance, you can leave this meeting. Those who are facing trouble, they can stay. All the remaining students can leave. So is there anyone who is facing any kind of trouble? Please let me know. Now I'm going to deactivate the Google form. And I'm also going to end this meeting. So before that, let me make sure you you make the attendance there in the Google form if it is not done. Now Pradeep, Manyot and Vinay, these students are left here. So if you are facing any trouble, please let me know.